Hey, everybody. Our lovely intro. Welcome to the Music City Writers Room. I'm host Scott Barrier. That is John Jameson.
What's up, everybody?
And, of course, Jericho.
Happy Friday.
Hello.
Yep. Have some great guests tonight. We have Ariana Papas.
Hey.
Yeah. All right.
Here from New York, right?
Yes.
Sweet.
Fancy. Thank you so much for having me tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming on board tonight here at Kingship Studio. I just made that up. Anyway, so that was just spur of the moment.
That was good.
Thanks.
It almost sounds like we're hosting a podcast.
Like we know what we're doing or something. I know. Sounds like we know what we're doing. And so, Taylor and Ray.
Hello. Oh gosh.
All right, studio audience, calm down here. Calm down.
Our buddy Johnny here, Johnny Garcia.
Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. From Texas. So we have Texas, San Diego, New York.
Dang.
And we have the
We're like
awesome
this.
Jericho is with us as well.
Yes.
Yes.
Jericho.
Who is from Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's one of the rare locals. They call those unicorns, right?
Weirdo. Yeah.
Very rare.
They call them unicorns, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's very rare to be from
Rare.
Nashville.
And
Yeah.
where in Tennessee?
I'm from Franklin, like 2 towns south of here.
Nice.
That's so cool.
Love Franklin.
Yes.
What was
Great
Franklin
town. Beautiful
named
town.
after? Was it
Benjamin Franklin.
really? I mean, that's the
Seriously?
easy one. That's like the obvious one.
It is, yeah.
Does Benjamin Franklin actually have connections to Tennessee, or did they just decide to call it
think
after
so.
him? All right.
I don't think so. They settled it in,
interesting.
I believe it was 1799, so he was kind of a big deal. around
Yeah,
99, I guess. So
it was a pretty
that's my
big deal.
best
They made
guess.
it. They put him on a bill, right?
Yeah.
They put him on a bill.
Yeah.
A little celeb.
Put them on a bill.
Right? They did. It's- you know you're a big deal if you're on a bill,
And
right?
he's the only non-president on the bill, right?
Oh,
so
Yeah, he was never
Kind of a big
president.
deal,
Or
Right.
Prez.
You're
Yeah.
right. I didn't think about that.
yeah,
I mean, that's a big thing.
yeah.
Franklin,
Yeah.
Tennessee.
That's $100.
Is it 100?
Or is it
I think
the
it's the
50?
100.
Is it
Is it?
100 or the
Is it
50?
the-
I thought it was the 50.
I thought it was 50.
Is it
Is
the
it 100 or
50?
the 50?
I thought it was the
Isn't
100.
that sad? We
It's the
don't even
100.
know what's on our
Okay,
currency.
It's
because
100.
maybe
No,
we
Grant.
don't have.
Grant is the 50, I think.
All right,
Is it
Johnny's,
Grant the 50?
Johnny's
Yeah,
pulling
I'm
some
pretty
bills.
sure it's. I'm
Oh
pretty
my
sure he's on the
God.
100.
Casual.
I don't use cash anymore,
What?
so I'm
He
bad
is
at
on the
it.
100.
Yeah, I thought
Look,
so.
He is on
He
the
is.
100.
There we go.
Call up Franklin, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Johnny.
I mean, could you just hand that over? Thanks.
I don't have that much money in my wallet.
That's funny. So the Benjamin
That's what
right
friends are
there.
for, man.
The Benjamin right there.
The Benjamin.
All 100 of it.
So you're from Franklin. Your birthday's on the 18th.
Yes,
Which
and your
apparently
birthday's
your
on the
birthday's
18th.
also on the 18th.
Yes.
But yours is in May.
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 But it's a lucky number because guess what? This is the 18th?
Episode.
Yes.
18th episode.
It's exciting.
I feel good
It
about
is.
it.
Yeah.
Sweet. I didn't know what button you were going to hit over there when you did that.
Well, you haven't said any
There's-
bad jokes
What was
yet.
that? Yeah. There's a button that's designated for Scott, and you'll probably hear it at some
Specifically.
point.
I tell a lot of
but
stories.
yeah.
I
Still a
tell
lot of time to go here.
Yeah,
there's
that's
a
a good
long
point.
way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so
Those
I
are the good jokes.
Yeah.
honored
That was
that
a
I
good
got
joke.
the sound
That's right.
effect.
You got a good joke.
so for me, I usually tell bad jokes, dad jokes, and bad jokes, all
Yep.
the above, and
Yep.
so I'm guilty. So you'll probably hear the Scott noise, which I'll make a face. And
Can you give us like a pre?
I mean, you just either have to get
you
it all
gotta
the
wait
way.
for the moment.
Yeah, you
gotta
gotta wait.
for the
We'll
moment.
wait. We'll wait.
It will happen.
It'll be
Okay.
worth it. It'll be worth it. Trust me.
I'm eventually going to say something dumb.
Yeah.
So it's
Really bad jokes sometimes are a lot funner than good jokes.
Oh
They
yes,
are.
yes, I agree. I
in the
agree.
corner.
Nothing wrong with actually, like, there's nothing better than a really bad dad joke. I
Yeah.
think. But,
Yeah.
that's what I say.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got
course.
some of those, right?
I'm gonna see.
Unfortunately.
But there is such a thing as a dad joke that's not funny.
That's
Too.
true.
Yeah,
There's
That's
like,
true.
yeah.
Everybody
So-
groans and rolls their eyes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
It's a
well,
fine line.
And that's usually me. That's why I get
Yeah.
that's why I get the noise. I get the bad noise. The
It's
wah,
okay.
Wah, wah, so,
Yeah.
Oh,
but
that's the one. That's the noise.
Scott couldn't help himself. He wanted to do it to himself.
my
He
gosh.
wanted to do it
Give
to
him
himself.
credit.
He wanted it so badly that he
Oh my
made up
gosh.
the effect himself.
We Pavloved him at this point.
Yes,
You're
yes.
just Pavlov.
Yeah, totally.
You
That's a
expect the
Pavlov
noise.
thing.
Well, thanks to you all. I hear it in my sleep now. Thank you.
Oh no! Oh no!
I hear your dad jokes in my sleep, so payback.
I guess that's, the turnabout's fair play, I suppose. Yeah, so.
Okay, guys, the anticipation is killing me. I asked earlier how y'all two met, and you said it's such a story, so we had to wait for the episode, so I can't stand it anymore. Yeah, tell me the story, please.
You start.
I got to start?
Yes.
No. Okay. So, a long time ago, I'm not giving that part away yet, but I had, I just started out in the whole music world, in the music industry, and I had a manager, and her husband was friends with the production manager, right?
Patricia Yearwood.
Patricia Yearwood. And so we got hooked up, and we went to a show called Austin City Limits.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Heard of that. So, yeah.
And we were sitting in the audience, and it was the first time that I saw you, right? That was the first one, right?
Yeah, no, that's when we met.
That's when we met, but you get to take it from there.
Well, John Caswell was his name. By the way, I'm Trisha Yearwood's lead guitar player since 1991, still doing it, and her music director. But when we were taping Austin City Limits, and John Caswell had said that I had to meet this young lady here, that I might be interested in producing her, right? So he...
Were you?
Yeah. I mean, once I met you, right? I didn't know who you were. But we had some lunch, her and her manager,
Cheryl Westlake.
Yeah, and so I invited them to the Austin City Limits taping that we were doing that evening, right? And so I didn't know much about her and stuff, but what was really cool about that was that when I saw the playback, I stayed around and mixed the Austin City Limits taping, right? And so then, later on we see it on TV, and they showed her and Cheryl. There was more shots of them in the audience than of us.
What were y'all doing?
They were like
smiling.
the hottest chicks in the audience.
Just smiling.
Both of them blondes and like really pretty, and it's like,
I mean, this is a long time ago, okay?
yeah, and my buddies,
This is a while ago.
the camera guys were my friends, because we were all from Texas. And I called them, and what the hell, dude? You kept showing the hot chicks more than you didn't even show the guitar solos. Zoom right on this.
You weren't the real stars of the show.
So that's why I didn't want to tell the second half, because he tells it so good.
It's a good story.
So that's
Good
how
story.
and we did up in the. I'm actually still her producer.
Yeah, he still
Wow.
produces
Awesome.
everything I
That's
do
so cool.
pretty much.
That's great.
Yeah.
How many projects have you done so far? Like how many different, like singles and all
Oh,
that?
that's a whole
You lose-
nother story.
Well, we've got time. We've got time.
recorded many.
So many songs.
But she doesn't talk about it much. But man, we did a rock record,
2009.
right?
Yes.
And she was going through a bit of a dark period.
Yes.
So we wrote these massive dark rock crazy songs like Alanis Morissette kind of
Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
hate
All
your
right.
ass, I'm gonna kill you, and all this stuff.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that record.
Aw.
It is,
Excellent.
I mean, I'm a rock guy from the beginning, right? And
Amen.
I learned to play country because Urban Cowboy came out way back in the day, and you wouldn't have a gig if you didn't learn how to play country.
I remember that movie frighteningly.
But I had to take that down off Spotify
Wait, what?
recently.
You did?
Yeah, did you not know that?
No.
I took it down because I'm trying to rebrand. So I took it down. It's not up there.
That
But
is some
hey,
serious rock and roll.
I always have
man.
it in my heart and on a CD.
Now you're gonna have.
Do you remember those?
All right.
I gotta hear it now.
Remember when we would put things in a tray? Remember?
Yes.
Remember that?
I remember that.
Oh, that's
That-
crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So we've been friends for a mighty long time. It's great. Give me that.
Yeah, that's teamwork right there.
That's awesome. So we can still get access to the rock record.
Oh, I'll
right?
give you that.
Thank you.
I mean, hello, you get that.
I feel privileged. I really do.
I'll have to go pick it up somewhere. Yes.
So now you're moving on to more like, well, I mean, country.
Americana-ish.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, Americana-ishy kind of thing. Not too like, I mean, I don't know. I love country though, so it's hard to say. It's hard to put your finger on that, you know.
Okay.
Like where do you want to be? I don't know. Just let's write some fun songs and sing them.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's write fun songs and sing them. Yeah.
And you say that's like, I have a hard time believing that fun is like a big part of your music brand.
Right.
It's so hard. It's really like a tough sell for me, but that's.
I mean, John has gone through a lot.
She always lights up the room. You know?
Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah.
There's a couple of times where she got pissed at me in the studio and she did not light up the room.
We've had our moments.
I know.
Any of that on camera?
You know, there might be some. There might.
Here it is.
That makes for good, yeah, that might go viral. You never know. So,
Reality TV.
Reality
You
TV.
could. You
There
can
you
make it
go.
a TikTok special.
Yeah.
Do
These
that.
are the things that go
See-
viral on TikTok.
See, this is why I like you, because you're young and cute, and you got these ideas. So
We
now
can
we
team
got
up.
to brainstorm.
We can team up.
Okay,
Let's
I'm
go.
down.
All right.
well, sweet. So speaking of Ariana, so what's new? How are you?
And you're from New York, right?
I am. I'm
Yeah.
from Long Island.
Okay, cool.
I was just back there. I just had a song called Seasons come out on June 13th.
Excellent.
And I
Congratulations.
did. Thank you so much. I actually wrote it with J4, who we were just talking about.
Yeah,
I love
J4 is
him.
great.
Love J4.
Love him.
Yes.
Sweet.
So I started it when I was at Belmont. So I graduated from Belmont songwriting program in 2022. Loved it. I originally moved here in 2020. I transferred from a school back in New York that I went to for a couple of years. And then in my demo production class there, started this song, and then I finished it up with J4, a friend of mine named Julia Mori, a couple of years later, and I put it out.
Wonderful.
And it went so well. I had a release celebration back home with a bunch of friends and family, and
Nice.
it was just fantastic. So,
Amazing. Yeah,
It's-
congrats.
thank you so much. Thank you. It's a breakup ballad, I would
Breakup
call
ballad.
it. I would describe it as. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Next time you have a party in New York, remember we were in a podcast together.
That'd be awesome.
Right?
So when you do, well, that might maybe be the song you play later at the end of the show.
Probably not.
Really?
Because this one is very heavy on the production. So there are a lot of strings
Oh, okay.
and a lot of like stuff going on in the
Okay.
background.
Awesome.
So
Okay.
I wouldn't be able to convey it properly with just the guitar.
You
Well,
did
look
write
at-
it with J4, so
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
He's super Mr.
Yes.
Production. We love that.
Yeah.
Yes, and he did such a great job when we did the initial demo. And he's just really cool. He's like the track guy, you know.
Yeah.
So it really started coming together at that point.
I was literally
Isn't it
tracking the demo with
amazing?
him yesterday.
I think it's
Yeah.
amazing when a song just kind of starts to come to life.
Exactly.
Like you can sit there, and especially if you're working with somebody who's fast at production, you could be sitting there like 2 hours earlier, and all of a sudden you've got something that you can press play, and it comes out of the speaker, and it's not just like a voice demo that's on your phone or something like that. It's just it's amazing. It's a miracle.
It's magic.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
how it
pretty crazy.
happens, but it's awesome.
Yeah.
And then I had in the demo production class at Belmont, I had written to my professor's track actually. So he became a co-creator on the song as well. And that was really cool because it was his instrumental track. So it was really his like initial creation plus what J4 and Julia and I came up with, and it was just like step one, step two, it's just very cool
That's so
process.
cool.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Teamwork is just so powerful in the music industry.
Yeah.
Teamwork makes a dream work.
It's so
Exactly.
cheesy, but it's true.
It's so true.
I'm just kidding. That was not. I'm so.
Yours is better.
Totally deserve that.
It wasn't a bad dad joke.
It wasn't. It wasn't. But it was just the teamwork makes the dream work. Sorry, I'm the asshole here. Sorry, I'm the
I
asshole.
deserve
Well,
that totally.
You know, what's, you know what's great? What's great about that moment? That was not for me.
Your face was the best part of that.
I was like, oh yeah, it's not for me. But yeah, you're right about the journey of a song where it starts. That's very interesting. Who's the professor?
His name is Dave Tuff.
I know Dave.
You know Dave?
Sweet dude. I like Dave
great.
a lot. Yes.
He's great.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's a very cool dude, very nice guy. I thought that was who you were going to say that was.
Really?
Because he's like the track guy. He's the track guy
Yes.
professor over
Yes.
there. So I thought, that's got to be Dave. So
He's got so many cool accomplishments.
he's got a ton of accomplishments.
A huge list.
Some really big ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And a sweet dude and very cool. And yeah, I got to know him a little bit. And he, I wouldn't say we're like best friends, but
Yeah.
at least we're like, hey, when we see each other and we banter. So,
Yeah.
but he's always interesting to talk with because you ask him what he's doing, you're like, oh yeah, another huge thing. Good for you.
No big deal.
Yeah, another massive thing you fell into.
And how did you meet him?
I was brought in to work with him and on some sync projects. So he and I and another writer co-wrote a bunch of songs that were actually in catalogs now, and just sitting out there being pitched for stuff. So I got to know Dave that way. So,
Wow.
So we've done some work together, and it was really cool working with him. He's fun.
That's so cool.
Fun dude. Super talented.
Yeah.
Great tracks.
I'll have to tell him that I was on your super cool podcast.
He also actually appeared on my. I host an educational community that teaches about sync, and we actually brought Dave in.
Oh,
I think it
yeah.
was like a month and a half ago.
Really?
We brought him in to be a guest on our little sync community.
Wow. That's awesome.
Kind of a fun like little connection there too.
He would be the
He's a
dude.
nice guy, super
Yeah.
nice
Do
guy,
you
know that
super. I mean, he's a teacher.
Yeah.
And he's also a teacher who does the actual work, which I think is rare in the education
Yeah.
world, to have people that are gifted at teaching and
Right.
genuinely want to help and all that stuff, but also have the credentials and are working hard in the industry. I think it's really dope.
It's awesome. Yeah.
And you're-
That's really great.
Yeah, and you're very blessed, like at a school like Belmont and all that, to have people who actually are in the industry
Oh, yeah.
and teaching. So literally, it's real time. They're teaching you what they actually do in the industry and at a high level.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you all like know that when you're going there, like how blessed you are to be able to have that kind of access. Not every school is like that,
Oh, yeah.
because there are obviously music schools all over the place, but it's pretty amazing to have that.
It was an amazing experience.
Yeah.
I wish I had gotten more than 2 years there, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely miss the community. I don't miss the homework, but I miss the community.
I feel that.
So do you live here now?
I do. I do. I've been here, so I guess like including Belmont, it'll be 5 years in September.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
right.
It's been so yay! I got the round of applause. Yeah,
You're gonna get the womp womp. Just
She's gonna press the button. She's gonna press it.
press it.
Oh my gosh.
See if bad dad joke slips out. It's been amazing. I've just been performing and recording and releasing and writing a lot, and I can't complain, honestly.
it's amazing.
Thank you.
I can't wait to tune into your stuff.
I can't wait to tune into yours.
Thanks.
This is such a cool, like,
I mean, I feel
discovery.
like we're friends now.
I know, exactly.
We're sitting on a couch and
I know.
we're friends.
I know.
This is
I
quite a
love that.
bonding
I was
experience.
gonna
It
say-
really is.
I was gonna say you're obviously not getting along at all.
We're gonna need to separate them.
Yeah, break you two up. I'm gonna put Johnny in the middle here in a minute.
And they're not even drinking wine.
I know.
And we're already attached to this.
Might have done some pre-gaming. Who knows? Before we got here.
Yeah, we don't know what happened before. We don't know. We don't know what happened.
Responsible for that.
Just be quiet about it.
Some schnapps in the parking lot.
Oh, schnapps in the
I don't know. I don't know where that came from.
I wouldn't have any idea.
Hey, you only drink wine in California, right?
Right, of course.
Yeah.
That's it. Wine. Prosecco. That's a big one in
Prosecco.
California.
Wait, you're from California?
Well, no. I'm not from there. But
Okay, you're just like, I don't have anything to do with California.
Talk like you're from there. Where are you actually from?
That was funny. That was a good moment.
You're just like, do not associate me with California at all.
I just live
What
there.
sound effect is for that?
I don't know. I'm not going to press anything.
Yeah,
I'm
we don't know what
confused.
else is
I'm
on.
confused.
we don't. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
Is
see what
that-
Okay, so we
let's
need
hear
some
it out.
clarity then.
Okay.
There we go.
That could
That's-
work. That's
I-
not
now,
from California.
now I know what that does.
So it's like, hell no, I'm not from California. So we're
Yeah.
So I love the weather there. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, that's
It
great.
is-
It's great.
I live in San Diego. So right now, it's undeniably the most beautiful weather in wherever I don't know, from where I've ever been. I'll just say that. It's gorgeous. But I was born in Oklahoma.
Okay.
Yeah. Went to school in Texas because Belmont wasn't around yet.
Yeah.
Probably giving away too much, but Belmont wasn't around just yet. But yeah, so I went to school in Texas, and then I moved here to Nashville. And then, well, I just needed a little break. I'm like, I need to see the West Coast. So I did. And I was like, I'm going to be gone 8 months max. 8 months max. Not even a year, 8 months. So it's been like 13 years.
Well, that California weather is hard to leave. I lived there.
So hard.
I lived in Los Angeles for 15 years. It's,
So you hear my
yeah.
pain.
Yeah.
Are you crying on the inside like me?
I don't really miss Los Angeles though.
No.
I don't miss the like what happened during the pandemic was what ruined it to me. Like it turned the city into like not a fun place to live anymore for me. But I still miss the people. I still miss the
Yeah.
weather.
Yeah.
It's pretty much anything you want to do, like any night of the week. If you want to go swing dancing, like there's like 3 places a night that you can go, like West
That's
Coast
cool.
swing or whatever. You know, it's crazy.
It's good.
Big dodgeball leagues, whatever you want
Yeah.
to do there. It's
Wow.
food is amazing. The food is just a whole other level from Nashville. But sorry, Nashville.
So that's what's
Nashville can't have everything.
It
And
can't.
especially not an ocean, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, there's no sushi
I
here.
know.
That's the
Sushi
one
here is
thing that
not
like
so.
I cry about every
Yeah.
time I have to come back.
Yes.
It's hard being landlocked sometimes.
I went to
Yeah.
a fancy sushi restaurant downtown here, and it was really bad. Actually,
Really?
I can't remember. It was
Oh,
was
you're gonna say
expensive
it?
too. I
It's-
can't remember the name of the place. There's red
Yeah.
booths inside, and it's like a nice spot. Like you go in there, and you're paying a lot, and it's like, oh, this must be like maybe they ship it in or whatever. And
They
it's
do.
like,
There's no oceans close here.
Nope.
No.
I guess they just try to pull the fish out of the river, but it doesn't really work too well, right? Like, I don't
We
know.
got
So
catfish.
maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's the problem.
Yeah. No.
That's your next song.
Yeah. We got catfish.
Catfish.
Yeah.
catfish
That
roll.
catfish.
Once again,
Out of the river.
I thought that was pretty funny too. That
pretty
could have been either one. I think
Yeah.
it could have been either one.
Once
Gone either
again,
way.
But I feel
Not
loved
you.
now. Now we're
Not on me.
sisters.
There we go. We're together. Yeah.
But here's to be fair, there have been times where Jericho has done that to me.
Oh,
Like
sure.
Jericho has definitely
You know the
pressed.
button?
Yeah.
She
Oh,
knows
I
the
know the
buttons.
button.
Yeah, she knows the buttons. She knows the
Yeah,
buttons.
yeah.
So
everybody's fair game.
it's quite
Yeah.
possible that, and I've also
That's
had
right.
guests press the buttons too.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
They'll
so-
do it. Yeah.
Yep,
I
they'll
was
do
just
it.
about to ask you which
Really
button.
funny.
Oh, they're labeled for a
I mean,
reason.
That's dangerous.
I mean, if it's really
Take a guess.
If it's
Take a guess.
Yes.
Take a guess.
really
you
burn
get,
it.
you get
Labeled.
one guess. You get
Yeah.
one guess.
Well, then I
Grab
can
one.
just watch you. Hold, please.
You get one guess.
It's sort of like, sorry, you did not win the $5,000.
That was good. It was a good try. It was a good college try.
I mean,
That kind of sounded like this.
There you go. Now she knows where it is.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean it to be a double one.
Yeah.
The clap
It
one
was,
sounded
though.
like the clap one that she just hit.
Yeah.
That sounded like the State of the Union kind of clap.
Oh yeah. It's like, like the people
It's
just
a
hitting
formal
up.
clap.
So formal.
Very formal.
Well, it's very formal, this whole thing, as you can
It
tell.
really is. It really
Very
is.
structured.
Very professional,
Yes.
very formal.
Yeah,
What
we
do
actually
here.
went to college for hosting shows, believe it or not. It's a very detailed program that you have to go through. It's a lot of training that you go through to learn how the faders work, how to ask the right questions to get the answers out of the...
So,
I missed
are they
that
buying
part.
it? John, are they buying it? Are they buying it? We will just go for this.
whatever.
No?
I don't think they bought it for like even half a second. But it was just whatever. It's a bad joke. There you go. See, it was a layup. It was a layup. There you go. I gave you a layup. There you go.
You've mastered it.
My goodness.
That's good.
Take those toys away there, kids. At
Yeah, well.
the rate that we're going.
Yeah, anybody who's tuning in, hey, how's it going, everybody? Glad you're tuning in. This is our 18th episode, which is amazing.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe that like we're kind of wrapping up. We've been talking about like wrapping up our first season, and this is
Yeah.
it's pretty amazing. Last weekend we took the show on the road, and we went to Broadway. We had
did.
like a pub
We walked
crawl.
around
It was really
downtown,
fun.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah, we shot a bunch of footage, and we're gonna do a round on the July 11th.
July 11th,
Yep.
the Music City
That's
Writers
cool.
Round.
We're gonna do a
Yeah.
round with J4. J4 is gonna be up on
His
stage with
takeover.
us.
Yeah.
I'm staying in town.
Okay.
I'm not leaving.
Please come see
It's
us.
going to be a very
I'm
fun
staying.
night.
That'll be a fun night.
Yeah, we'll be here. We'll be
I'm
here.
so excited.
And at 9
Yeah.
p.m., J4 goes live with his full band.
No
which
way.
Both of us are in.
We'll be in the band.
That's
We'll be in the band.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's his. Am I allowed to say this?
I don't know. I don't even know
I know
what
what
it
you're
is.
gonna
I
say
just-
before you're
Is
going to
that-
say
is that
it.
allowed to be said?
I don't know. I don't know. He's releasing
Something.
Something.
Yes.
I know what it is.
All right.
Something.
Well, let's just say there's a big billboard in the Nashville.
Well, that's for his single he just released. Right?
That's already out.
Okay.
That's already out.
Oh, but that's not
already
the big
out.
thing. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm up on everything, so I have no idea what you're talking about. All I know
Me either.
You do know. You do know.
Do
you
I?
just don't know right
Oh,
now.
Okay,
But you
well,
know.
I'm in the band.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
playing in the band
we
that
should probably
night.
have a band practice. It's like real
Oh
soon.
yeah.
That should happen. I was thinking about that today.
Holy cow.
And this
So-
is July 11th.
Oh, July
July
11th.
11th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is exciting.
So-
Yeah.
Wait, what day is that?
It's a Friday night.
Friday.
It's a Friday
Okay.
night. Yeah.
I'm going to have to see if I can make it.
Yeah.
Please come out. Yeah.
sounds
it'll be
really
fun.
cool. Yeah.
He's like taking over all freak shows. So it starts at 6 and I think he'll be done by 10. Yeah.
Very cool.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. Well, cool. Well, now you know what you're gonna do July 11th.
Yeah.
Between now
I
and
mean,
then.
thanks for planning out my schedule.
Yeah. It's our pleasure. It's our pleasure.
I love that.
Girl, you don't even want to see my calendar.
So
Your calendar overwhelms me.
Yes.
Like, and I have a very overwhelming calendar,
both
but
do.
oh
Yeah.
my
Wait, is
gosh.
it just you're booked out like 3 months in
Yes.
advance, or
Oh,
you just
yeah.
you're
Yes.
scheduling every single
Well,
minute?
You have a full-time
full
job
time.
on top
Oh.
of music
Yes.
too.
Okay.
So I work at Vandy, go Doors, and I plan events for the English department.
Okay.
I've been
Oh, okay.
there since September of 23, so I'm coming up on 2 years this September, and it's great. And it's paying the bills.
Yeah.
And
important.
Yes.
Yes.
And I just, so often I get FOMO. So like so I'm a member of NSAI. So I'll go to NSAI like every few weeks. I'm guilty. I haven't been there in quite a while now because I've just had so many rights and performances. But yeah, it fills up really quickly. So I like to tell people it's about 10 different colors right now.
Yep.
My calendar.
Yep.
wow. So you do a lot of night rights and weekend
Yes.
rights and all that to make it work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the reality here. We've talked about this before on the show. You know,
Yeah.
having side hustles and wearing many hats in this whole thing that we do.
You have to.
You have to, and to make it work, you got to do what you got to do.
Exactly.
Yeah,
To-
and
to
to have
keep the whole
longevity. You're not going to have longevity if you don't have stability
Yeah,
in your
that's
life.
so
and
true.
You got to be able to pay your bills and live somewhat comfortably, right?
I think my phone bill's due today. So
Oh, good reminder. Good reminder.
if you can't reach me,
Yeah.
you know why.
Because the moment that you don't pay your bill, it just shuts
It'll
off.
just
shut
It just
down.
Crap out on you.
Bye-bye.
oh yeah, it says that too. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
I think my rent-a-center bill comes in tomorrow.
The life of a
man.
Nashville songwriter.
I'm just saying.
It is. We got lots of things that we have to
How
do.
many hats do you think we wear? Let's talk about that.
Oh my gosh.
How
Like,
many?
It's
Do the
20.
categories?
It's
I
a
mean,
lot.
I
That's
own
a
a lot
lot.
of hats.
Yeah.
I don't even.
We got to
But-
do our social media, right?
Yes.
We've got to network. We've got to write the songs.
You've gotta
if you're an
book
artist, you got to be an
shows.
artist. Yeah, you got to be your own booking agent.
You got to market
You got
yourself.
to, you got to be.
think we
Book
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
You got
I'm losing track.
you got to be your scheduler. You got to be your assistant. You
Yeah.
got to be your PR person.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got to be your what else?
Admin,
gotta be your own
you gotta be your
admin.
admin.
You gotta be your
So you
admin.
gotta like register all your
Yep.
songs, and you
Yep.
gotta like
Admin.
collect money that's owed
Run
to
your
you
schedule.
and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
You have to be your own fashionista,
Yep.
fashion designer.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah.
You got to do your
Dress
own.
yourself.
It's such a tough job.
Own stylist.
It's so
yes.
difficult, you know. So difficult.
Not for you. You're lucky. We got it
Yeah.
hard over here,
Yeah,
us,
yeah.
us girls.
I mean, you got to pick out your own lipstick. What?
That's a tough one, isn't it?
You got to find your own drugs.
That's right.
Yeah, you gotta find your own drugs.
The struggle.
That's great.
Whoa,
That's
you
great.
got to clap.
The struggle is real. That's true.
You gotta go
That's true.
network. You gotta. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the networking
You gotta do
thing.
it all. Yeah.
Yeah, and you gotta be a part of the scene. I think it's
Yes.
part of it too. If you're not
Yes.
showing up to other people's stuff,
That's
they're
right.
like, oh, where's the
Yep.
so and so?
Yeah.
Exactly.
They just forget about you or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm not complaining. It's just,
No,
it's
it's
just
so
part
fun.
of it, you know.
It's so fun though.
Yeah.
Like
It
if we
is.
didn't wear all these hats, what would we do? What
I
would
know.
we do?
Well,
What would
not-
we do all the time?
Well, we shouldn't be in
Yeah.
Nashville doing music if
I know.
that's not
Right.
what we like doing.
I have to
right?
say,
That's the thing.
I learn something new every day.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's the newest thing you learned? What you right
Wow, way to put her on the spot there,
Like
Scott.
I was saying before, that this is possibly the coolest podcast I've ever been on.
All right, sweet.
That's
so,
something new I've learned in the last half hour.
All right, everybody out there.
Ooh.
Everybody out there, you hear that? We got.
Shout out to our listeners.
That's going to be on all of our future marketing material. The coolest podcast I've ever
Come
been on.
on. With my voice attached?
Love that.
Yes.
You'll be our intro.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, totally. We're going to put you in the
We can
intro.
do that.
This
We
is
can
the
do that.
coolest podcast I've ever been on.
I'm so happy to do that for you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we haven't done any of those yet, so that would be pretty sweet.
we need one. We need
Yeah,
one.
little
we also need
promos.
we need a
Next
proper
step.
theme song, too,
We
at
do
some
need
point.
a theme song.
Some point.
You don't like the one we used?
Johnny, get in there. Let's go. Mr.
Yeah, come on. Your
Guitarista.
guitar's right there. I got
Anybody
my
who
guitar
wants to
here.
write and produce the Music City Writers Room theme song, it's a
big.
gig.
It's
a
big.
gig.
open.
It's big money.
It is a gig.
Yeah, it's a big.
For
It's a big.
applications are open.
Yes.
Yeah, the
It
payout.
involves pizza.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
It involves pizza.
That's the payout.
It used to involve wine and charcuterie boards.
Oh, they
Oh yeah, we
phased it
did.
out.
Yeah, we did because nobody was
Wow.
drinking. I was saying before the show, nobody has a drink when we bring alcohol
Or
before
eat.
the show.
They don't eat either.
Yeah,
We
it's like
put-
they're afraid to like burp and they're afraid to
That's-
say something
yeah.
stupid or
It's
something. I don't
Southerners,
know.
you know. You got to offer it twice. If you offer it once, we're like, oh, you're just being nice.
Maybe
you gotta offer
that's
it twice.
maybe that's the problem. Is I wasn't like
This was before I was
eat
here,
the
so
food.
Okay.
you know.
I'm just
Yeah.
not. I'm from the
That's the
Midwest.
demand.
I'm not originally from the South. I'm from the Midwest.
So,
Oh.
Like-
how many?
We can try again.
Yeah, I was going to say you've been here a while. Just throwing it
But
out.
I did not experience charcuterie boards. Okay, I would remember that.
Jericho's like, I didn't get that. Maybe it was like the first time. Yeah, sorry about that.
Where's the
Jericho.
special
Sorry
I did
about
have
treatment
some
for
wine
you?
with you,
Sorry about
though.
that. Yeah,
I did have wine.
That is
We
true.
did.
That is
We
true.
definitely had wine.
Yeah, we had some wine.
Yeah.
I think we did. Yeah.
One
You know,
night
when
early
we
on.
talked about a theme song a minute ago,
Yeah.
I had a bad flashback.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
What did you
All
do?
right.
To
What's
what?
the story?
What did you do?
You know Tito's handmade vodka. Or
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone
yeah,
knows Tito's. Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, years ago, he found my number somehow. He wasn't texting.
Oh, cool,
So
man.
And he
so
says
Tito.
he's
Okay.
Tito.
Tito's a
Tito.
real
Found
person.
my
The
number,
Tito.
Oh,
Wow.
the Tito.
I think from a Texas artist I was producing at the time. But anyway, he called. He says, "Man, I'm Tito. I've heard you play with."
I'm the Tito.
The Tito.
The
I'm the Tito.
He said, "I've heard you play with Trisha a few times. I heard you play with Garth. You're my favorite guitar player ever did."
Oh, man.
Wow.
He
that's
said,
so cool.
He said, "I just invented this vodka that's gonna take over the world."
Okay.
I mean,
He
it's
said,
it
I
did,
did it.
though.
He said, "I did it in my basement."
My
Yeah,
And he
gosh.
says,
Wow.
"I have no money. I'm broke, but I want you to write me a theme song
Yeah.
with your guitar on it,
Yeah.
and I'll give you 2% of all sales for the rest of the time."
What?
No.
Wow.
2%
No.
of Tito's sales.
No.
2%.
Did you take this deal?
Well, I said he called me at a time where I've always been crazy busy all my life here in Nashville.
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, listen, man, I didn't even know. I had never had vodka before, so I didn't really know much about it.
Yeah.
I like whiskey and beer."
Sure. Yeah.
And I said, "Man,
that.
so we talked for about 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever it was." And I said, "Give me your address. So if I have time to write you something, you'll see it within 3 weeks." And I never did it.
Oh,
my gosh.
Oh, my gosh.
No.
You would
no.
be living.
Do the button.
Do the button.
You would be living. Like, sir. So I used to bartend, and
Oh, my
I'm
God.
telling you, when I bartended, I was a waitress for 6 years and a bartender for 4 years, and I'm telling you, in that decade that I spent in the service industry, 80% of white women ordered Tito's. 80%. It's the
Wow.
white women's dream.
Oof.
Like, I
Way
don't
to
know.
make him feel better.
know, thanks.
Way to make him feel better.
You have been living having a hot man. I'm sorry.
I'm sure he changed his phone number, right? But I'm going to find him. I'm going to call him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, hey, man, is that offer still on the table?
Yeah, totally. I'll take 1% now. You counter offer.
0.5.
Counter offer.
Yeah, seriously.
But this is a good story
That's
because
amazing.
how many
That is
times have we
amazing.
all experienced this in the music industry?
Where we've passed
you
on a
don't
thing.
know
Yeah.
which opportunities are
Yeah,
going to work out. You
Honestly.
just never know.
Yes.
It's you just got to go with your gut, and sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. Like
This is a
it
good
happens
point.
all the
It's a
time.
good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
There's
don't feel
things-
bad because everyone has been through that. I know
Yeah.
you've told me stories about that.
yeah.
Like I've
Yeah.
been through stuff like that too.
Yep, I've had
Yep.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
happen.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Yep, and you do the best you can, but like you said, I mean, at the time, it probably sounded like nothing. Like,
Yeah.
there's
I
no
mean, it's
way
going
this-
to be. It's going
yeah.
to be a waste of time.
There's,
Right?
yeah, there's no way this guy's going to get out of the basement with this one bottle of vodka. You know, whatever he had
You'll
down
be
there.
working at Walmart in a few
Yeah, I
months.
probably wouldn't have taken him seriously either. Like,
no.
okay, you've made something in your basement, cool.
Yeah.
Like, but
Wow.
You know, it's so. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say there was another alcohol story. This was right in the middle of COVID. And this guy found me from Florida that he was a representative for some agave company in Mexico that made some high-end tequilas. And, like Presidente was one of them. So he says, man, this company has found you. They want to make a tequila, with your name on it. I said,
Oh, my gosh.
Wait. I said, that shit's like for Sammy Hagar or, John Rich or whatever, right? He says, no, man. They wanted a guitar player in the Latino world and you've gone to the top with Garth. And so they're all about it, man. They want to call it Tequila Johnny Garcia.
Oh, my
Oh,
gosh.
my
Yeah.
Is that
Tell
still
me,
happening?
tell me you said
Well,
yes.
And, and I said, wait a minute. I said, do you want me to invest in this? No, man, no. And he gave me a number of 17% of all sales.
Oh
Wow.
my
Okay.
God!
They just, you just have to show up once a year or something.
Some branding event
Okay.
or something.
Okay.
Cool.
And they just use your name. They like how your name sounds. And this
It does
time
have
I
a
said,
nice
this time
ring.
I
That's a
said
good
yes.
ring.
it
Yeah.
does. It's a good name.
Good man. You said
know,
yes.
Johnny
This time
Garcia.
I said, yeah, I'm interested. He says,
Okay.
okay, I'm going to contact you in no later than a week. We're going to go to Monterrey, Mexico,
Oh, my.
and we're going to meet the people from the company there, and we're going to drive 4 hours south from there and so forth. But he died.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh no!
I was not expecting that.
No.
Wow.
And so there went that deal. And because at the time, I didn't even know the name of that company.
Yeah.
What?
Oh my
Plot
gosh.
twist, man.
Yeah,
oh
he
my
got COVID and
gosh.
passed
Man.
away.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't think you're meant to represent any
Yeah.
alcohol.
Any alcohol, right?
Yeah, I
Oh
know.
my
I think God had another plan for
That
you.
is
Yeah.
wild.
That is pretty wild.
That is
I'll just
awful.
keep playing the
It's
guitar
two
and making
different
records.
kinds of alcohol too.
Wow.
It's crazy. Don't mix your alcohol.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh, my
Can you
God.
imagine if I would have taken the Tito's deal and this deal would have worked?
Oh,
I don't think
man.
you'd be on this
Oh, my
couch
God.
You
right
probably
now.
have your own. You probably have your own signature line of Tito's. Honestly,
Yeah,
that's
for
nuts.
sure.
I think we'd be on your
nuts.
couch if you would let us in your giant house.
Yeah, your giant mansion. Yeah.
But seriously, man, I might be the most blessed musician.
Oh,
with
that's amazing.
Trisha, this many
That's
years,
awesome.
and Garth, and
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
How did you fall into all that way
Yeah.
back when? Did you have your own band?
Are you gonna tell this story?
I gotta know. I mean, we're here
You know
now.
what?
We're
This should be
here.
about these two young ladies, because
Oh, it's
Okay.
bad. It's bad, huh? You can't tell us.
No,
It's
you
No,
bad.
can
no,
tell-
it's,
you
no,
can
it's not
tell
bad.
part
It's,
of
it's
it.
it's cool. It's
You can
really
tell
cool.
part
but-
of
I want to hear it.
Okay,
I mean,
you
we're
just,
there.
You just want to,
Just
not
don't
tell
censor
us.
it. I'm
Like,
kidding.
No, I don't mind telling it. It's just like, I've had an amazing career. These girls are trying to launch their careers, so I don't want to take any time from them.
No, I want you to say it. It's important that you speak.
We're interested.
We don't know. I know, but they want to know.
Okay, all right, and this is the last one from me.
oh my gosh.
So Trisha put together a band in 1991, right? She had her first single out, which was "She's in Love with a Boy," and they put a whole band together. They auditioned some people. A guy named Tim Lauer was the band leader at the time, and they hired a bass player that knew me in South Texas. His name was Craig Langford, and so they tried out, I think, 3 days of lead guitar players, and Trisha didn't like any. So this guy said, "I know a guy in South Texas." And so Garth Fundas, the producer, said, "Do you have anything that he's played on that we can hear?" And he did. Some stuff I could cut in Texas. So they let Trisha and Garth Fundas hear a couple of things I've done. So they gave me a slot a week later. He called me on a Monday, and he says, "Hey, man," Because he would call me often to audition for big artists, and I would always say no, because I was very happy in Texas. I owned a very successful electric company. I'm a master electrician.
Oh, cool.
And I played with the best bands in Texas. I was doing great. And so he says, man, this is the last damn time I'm going to call you. You're a dumbass. You know,
He did turn down Tito. So.
The way you play, and you don't want to take on.
Wow,
Sorry, Johnny.
Wow.
He's like, you're blessed with all this talent, and you don't want to try out for Reba and Ronnie Millsap at the time. I said, no, man. He says, well, do you want to try out for Trisha Yearwood? I'm going, who the hell is that? Oh, don't you listen to the radio? I said, I do. Do you listen to country? No. Well, she's got the #1 song in America right now called She's in Love with a Boy, blah, blah, blah. And I was listening to the Astros on talk radio. On AM radio, play the Reds. I was a big Astros fan. On a Sunday night, and I said, man, I'll call you tomorrow. And so I finished listening to the game. We pulled it out 3-2, I think it was.
Priorities.
And so the next morning I get in my truck to go to my office to go to work, right? And when I had turned my truck off, it was on an AM station on the Astros network.
Yeah.
When I got in my truck in the morning at 6 a.m. to go to work, the radio was on FM and on a country station.
What?
And She's in Love with a Boy.
Nah.
Whoa.
Dude, that's weird.
That is what you call a God wink.
Yeah, that's right.
And so I took out, pulled out of my driveway, and then the chorus said, She's in love with a boy. And I go, shit. Stop.
And you realized what was going on.
Yeah, I'm like,
Whoa.
it was 6 o'clock in the morning, so I
Dude.
had just gotten a cell phone in my truck, right? It had an antenna that was like about 20 feet tall. And it was like $3 a minute, whatever it was.
Yeah,
back
they're
in the day.
ridiculous back then.
So I
yeah.
called him, and he picked up the phone. He's like, you asshole, what are you doing calling me at 6 o'clock? I said, I want in, tell me what I need to do. I'll call you back. So he called me back later on the day. So they're going to FedEx me a tape on Tuesday for Wednesday night, right?
Oh, boy.
And I tell, for Wednesday morning, and I tell them to send it to my mama's house because she's always there. And back then you had to sign for FedEx.
Yeah.
And so I gave them that address. And so I came by Mom's house after work, said, Mama, did you get a FedEx package from Nashville, Tennessee? And she says, no, mijito, no.
Oh, no.
I said, all right, maybe it's a day late, right? So the next day, I come by my mom's house, and I said, Mama, did you receive that package? And she said, no. So I called Nashville. They gave me a tracking number. I called FedEx. And they said, yeah, Johnny Garcia signed for it at 10:10 in the morning on Tuesday. I said, no, I didn't.
Not.
I said, I did not.
So somebody stole the package?
Oh, just wait. This
Was it
gets
another
so
Johnny?
good.
And-
This
and-
gets so good.
And I said, no, I didn't sign it. Yes, you did. No, I know. That's what Johnny Garcia. I did not sign the damn thing, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been at the house anyway, It would have been my mama. And so anyway, I called Nashville. Okay, so it's Thursday now.
Yeah.
They're going to FedEx me another tape to get it there Friday morning, right after rehearsals.
Mm-hmm.
And they were a minute late. So no tape. I'm screwed, right? Because back then they didn't deliver on Saturdays. So I'm like, and the record wasn't
minute
out yet.
Late.
Amazing.
Oh my God.
The only thing you could hear, She's in Love with a Boy. And it wasn't like, hey, Garth Fundas, can you send me some MP3s, man? This is my email address. None of
You
that
can't
existed.
do anything.
right?
No.
Yeah.
And so
Whoa.
I'm screwed. I got a ticket to go to Nashville Sunday night.
Were
And so,
they able to give you keys
play
to
or
play
anything?
in or anything?
No.
No? You just
Oh
walking
my
in blind.
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
Oh my gosh.
So what actually happened?
So this is so good.
That's what happened.
What happened was that my mom said, you know what, why don't you go around the neighborhood and see if, it was a very poor neighborhood, see if anybody's got the tape by mistake. And across the street, he said, there's a little rental house. And she said, there's a single young girl there with a little boy. Why don't you go knock on the door? It was like noon on Friday. And see if maybe they got it. So I go knock on that door, and this girl answers. And the first thing I thought was like, oh my God, this girl is beautiful, right? And it's like blah, blah, blah. And so she kept the screen door locked. And I said, I was born and raised across the street. By any chance, I said, welcome to the neighborhood, whatever. I said, by any chance, did you get a tape from Nashville, Tennessee from my Trisha Yearwood?
Oh.
And she didn't say anything.
Mm.
Then she says, what's it to you?
Oh.
She did not say no.
Yeah.
Right? And
So you knew something was up.
yeah,
Wow.
you know, and so I said, well, I'm a guitar player, and I'm supposed to go try out for her. And she looked at me up and down, and I was wearing my work boots and my outfit, and Johnny Garcia, Border Electric, and my boots were all muddy. And she said, get the F out of here. Slammed the door on me.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm going, God, nice new neighbor, right?
She's not that pretty anymore, is she?
And I just stood there, right, for, I don't know, 5 seconds. And she's got the tape.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I might have this career in Nashville, and if I don't get this tape, she's got it. So I'm about to knock on the door again, and she opens the wooden door and still keeps the screen door closed. She says, are you the guy that plays for the Wailers? I said, yes. Oh, me and my ex-boyfriend used to go hear you guys play just to hear you. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. She says, yes. She said,
Closer to the tape now.
so she said, yes, I got the tape. Come in.
Wow.
You know, and so I walk in this tiny little house, and she's looking for it all over the place and can't find it. And, you know, she says, you can help me. I said, no, ma'am, I'm not going to touch your stuff, you know. And so she said, my little boy gets home from school around 3:30. He plays it every day. He'll know where it is. I said, what's your boy's name?
Oh my God. Johnny.
Johnny Garcia.
Oh my god.
No
Yeah.
effing way. No way.
He signed for the FedEx.
Dude, that's
And
crazy.
to get
That's
through the year, we
crazy.
sent him a tape.
That is
That is
That's insane.
phenomenal.
Right, so I told her, Mama, I'll be back at 3:30, but you don't have to tell your son that the tape wasn't for him. I just want to make a copy of it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I can't tell some of this
You
stuff.
cannot.
But at 3:30, little boy shows up with his little friend. He's crying bloody murder. Somebody shot him with a BB gun right there and
Oh
was
my
bleeding.
God.
Oh my
no.
gosh.
Oh, no.
She finally cleans him up, but he's looking at me like, who the hell is that guy? So the mama said, hey, you know that tape, little Johnny? His name is Johnny Garcia. That was meant for him. And so this little boy charges me.
Oh.
like runs at you?
Yeah, charging,
Yikes.
punching, kicking,
Oh my
you know,
gosh.
and calling me every cuss word he knew in Spanish.
Wow.
It's Spanish. He was 6,
Spanish.
right?
Oh,
and,
wow.
and I'm just holding him
him,
by the
keeping
head,
him away.
and swinging.
That's
kicking.
crazy.
Blood
He's going
dripping
nuts.
down the
And the
fucking-
mom is losing her mind, right? And he
Yeah.
won't cough off the tape. And his little friend finally found it. This tape was so dear to this little Johnny that he found it in the little boy's pillowcase.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
So he took out the tape. I got it, you know. And so then little Johnny looked like Linda Blair, The Exorcist. Now, man. So I run across the street. I put the cassette deck in my mom's stereo, and back at the time you could only dub it at X2, right? So
Yeah,
there's 30
that's
minutes
right.
worth of music.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I had to listen
Yep.
to that boy scream for 15 minutes,
Oh
right?
my gosh.
And so finally got down, ran back over there, and I said, here, man, this is your tape. Your mama told you wrong.
Oh.
And so he
Aw.
went in this little room, and she's in love with him.
Wow.
Kind of
So
thing.
sweet.
That is so cute.
So anyway, I told the girl, I said, I'll be gone a few days. I'll see you in a few days. Maybe we can hang out.
Oh.
She said, you're not coming back.
Nah.
Okay.
All right.
I said, well, how do you know that? She says, I know stuff.
All right.
Oh, she in the know. Okay.
She's got it down.
So when I went back, that was in June, right? We opened for Garth. I came and auditioned on a Monday and Tuesday, got the job, and then Thursday was the first opening for Garth. First break, that was in June. First break was in Thanksgiving, and I flew home. And instead of going to my mom's house, I went to this girl's house.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
But she had moved away,
Oh.
and I never knew her name.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
And
crazy.
nobody knew where they went. So one of my cousins finally found Johnny Garcia just a couple of months ago.
No
and we're going to
way.
meet in
Oh
August.
my God.
Oh
So
my
cool.
god.
Dude, that's cool.
That's
So
amazing.
so
He's now
cool.
whatever, 40-something years old.
Oh my
Wow.
god. Is he coming here?
No, I'm going.
Oh wow.
My oldest son lives in that town.
That's
I
so
bet he
cool.
remembers
Has
you.
he,
Oh, yeah. He
Sure he
kicked my
does.
ass.
He remembers you.
She's so cool.
has he, Well, the question is, has he worked on his anger issues? I mean, are you going to have to do this?
That's going to be one of my questions. And if I might wear a bulletproof vest or something, I don't know.
Right.
That's funny. That's funny.
Wear a sumo suit or something.
I'd advise it. I mean, gosh.
That is such a cool story.
That is.
I love that.
Thank you. I know you didn't want to tell it, but that was well
That was
worth it.
amazing.
All right,
really
enough of me.
cool.
Young ladies, please go.
I think that might have been my favorite story on the podcast.
That was
I'm not gonna
very
lie.
good.
The
That was
twists and
incredible.
I
turns.
think-
I love
It's
crazy
amazing.
stories like that.
I think I very rarely feel like asking this kind of question, but is there anything either one of you two would like to share with the world in terms of like what's going on with your music? Anything exciting? Like what do y'all feel like talking about? Like what's exciting to you right now?
Stream Seasons everywhere you get your music. Seasons by Ariana Papas. It's my 4th.
All right.
And I'm going to be getting back to the studio to work on my 5th very soon.
Great.
So I'm
Feed
very
the
excited
algorithm.
about that. Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Doing a lot of live performances right now, mostly acoustic stuff, both solo and with my guitarist. And I occasionally fill in for somebody down on Broadway at this place called Second Fiddle. It's right next to Tootsie's if you've been there. And
We've been there.
you have.
We were there last weekend.
Really?
Yeah. That was funny.
I'll fill in sometimes on the 3rd floor rooftop.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
it's really fun. I've played with this band a couple times, and they're really talented, and it's always a good time. They don't have AC, which is really, really painful.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Nashville don't joke around. Yeah.
Brutal.
We make it work. We
Yeah.
keep the energy up.
It's like hot yoga. It's different,
Exactly.
right?
Hot yoga.
It's hot yoga.
How long of shows do you do?
4 hours.
Okay.
Oh, it's really hot yoga.
Requisite
That's
cheese and
And-
crackers. Wow.
And the last couple times people flip out when we do like Stevie Nicks and the rock and roll stuff.
Oh yeah.
They flip out. They love it. I have multiple new fans. It's
That's
awesome.
phenomenal.
So yeah, it's really great. We do country pop rock covers and some
Excellent.
of my originals, and
Yeah.
some people even request my originals, which
All
is
right.
actually
Yeah,
really
that's
cool.
great.
Fantastic.
Yes, people I'm like, wow, you're from God knows where, and you're requesting my original music.
That's
this
really
is really
awesome.
cool. Yeah.
Also, you've had people who come into town
Yeah.
and they knew you from before they came to town.
So these are people that didn't know me at all.
Wow.
So there's this
Oh, okay.
random
Wow,
woman
okay.
from like Seattle who literally was just sitting at the bar and was like, I need to hear your originals. So I did like 3 of
okay.
them in a row
Cool.
because
Very cool.
I gave over a little, show.
That's so
and,
great.
Oh my gosh, this one dude, he tipped me $20 twice,
Wow.
both within an hour of each
Cool,
other.
you might be able to
I
pay
was
for
like,
parking.
I know.
Right? You can eat
That's what I'm
today.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, you are redeemed.
Parking in Nashville. I mean, you know how
it's
I
worse
feel.
than LA.
It's
bad.
so
It's more
bad.
expensive to park in Nashville than it is
I
to
don't
park
know
in
if we
LA.
want to get
It's
into
crazy.
this. This is me and
It's
Scott's
crazy.
soapbox, man.
Yeah.
We've
I've
been here too long.
Yeah, we've been here too long.
Too
I am not
long.
paying for parking.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
What do you
I know.
do?
We find free places. We have secret. We have secret.
There
parking.
are
Secret
Wow.
spots.
There's street
You
parking.
have to hook
You
up.
just gotta,
Or
you gotta
risk
really
it.
look
Oh, yeah,
for
we
it.
got
Sometimes
hookups
I risk
downtown.
it for the
Really?
biscuit. Mhm.
Risk
Yeah.
it for
I'll
the
be
biscuit.
risking
I
it.
love that. I've heard that before, but I haven't heard it for a while, so that was
With
great.
the biscuit. That's awesome.
That's perfect.
Yeah, there used to be a lot more like secret little parking spaces, but most of them are gone now.
Wow.
Because they're all condos now, condo
Yeah.
buildings and such. So there used to be a lot of places you could park. I don't know if you remember those days.
Oh, yeah,
Like
absolutely,
everywhere.
On the side streets and
Yeah,
stuff, right?
side streets. They used to have that massive parking
Massive
lot.
parking lot.
And that's
Yeah.
all gone. And so, so I'm lucky. My wife works downtown, so I get to use her spot if I need to go downtown. So there you go. Full disclosure, that's mine. But
Nice.
but there are other secrets. I'm not going to give those away.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
not.
you.
I know Jericho.
you.
Yep,
So-
I'm not giving them away.
Sorry.
So you're killing it. You're killing it on Broadway.
Thank you.
And-
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yes.
And what-
That's a hard place to kill it.
It's really, it's hard. It's
intense.
hard. Yeah.
Yes.
And I haven't done it that often. I fill in down there.
It might keep it fresh, though. Does that keep
Yeah.
it fresh?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it does.
Because it can be a grind.
Yeah.
I don't know if-
Absolutely.
have you done that? Have you done the grind down there? Like it's just night after night. I used to work down there, run sound and all that, and
Really?
play. Yeah.
Really?
So
Scott?
yeah.
Wow.
That?
I learned something new about you every single day.
Oh, I didn't tell you that.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
so cool.
Yet another job Scott has had.
Yeah, I was a sound
We're on
engineer.
55 now.
Wow.
I love it.
How long did you do that?
3 years.
Wow.
3 years,
Wow.
yeah. And in amongst playing with bands down there and doing all that
That's
stuff.
so awesome.
Sitting in the
Dang.
window during the day,
Yeah.
doing that stuff. Yeah.
How did you prepare for that, Ariana, to be able to have 4 hours worth of covers? How do you even begin to prepare for that?
Some of them are just like requests that we'll learn on the spot.
Yeah.
And even the one we did The Chain by Fleetwood.
Mm.
Somebody requested it, and I have listened to it a handful of times. I've never done it live. I stepped off, learned it, got back up.
That's
They were
cool.
like, "Oh my gosh, that was awesome!" Like, I didn't know that. I
So what
was
are you doing?
gonna-
If you don't know the song, are you listening to it on Spotify for a little bit,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
okay, I
cool.
kind of remember
Yeah.
how this goes, and
Very good.
That's cool.
and
That's cool.
we just
That's
pull
great.
it off somehow.
great.
Have
but-
you ever used your phone in the middle of the thing, just like reading it, just to get through it?
I do that every single
know how-
time.
yeah.
And my guitarist and I played a show out in Franklin, actually. And this
Where at?
little boy, it's called Paddle Dog Hot Dog
Uh-huh.
Stand.
Yeah, I know paddle dogs.
Have you been there?
I've been
It's
there.
awesome.
been
They
there.
have paddle boarding. They have
Uh-huh.
like a lake,
Oh,
and
he was
it's in,
telling me about it recently.
it's in this little West Haven
I
community.
remember West
It's
Haven was built.
adorable. It's adorable.
So
cute.
I love it there.
Oscar's Tacos is there.
I've never
Oscar's
been
is
there.
so good. Best pico de gallo.
I've
Oh my
never
gosh.
been there. And this little boy, I think he was like 3 years old. His father requested "Beautiful Things" by Benson Boone, the hit, the pop hit right now. I have heard it maybe 3 times before then. Got off, both my guitarist and I swapped out and learned it quickly and did it. The guy tipped us $50. Nice. I was like,
Wow, you never know.
And what
Wow.
a range on that song too. What a challenge.
I
for-
know.
Ooh.
That was
Yeah.
a challenge because I was
Challenge.
like, this is a guy singing it. This
Yeah.
is I don't know
In
what
like
key
a
this
soprano range
is going to be in for me.
It's
Yeah,
wild.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's trial and error, and I've had to learn a lot of lyrics in the
bet,
last few months, especially. But I'm mostly doing the acoustic stuff right now.
Okay, cool. So
Around town,
Okay, but that is full band though when you do 4.
but on Broadway, yes, when I
Yeah.
fill in, yeah,
So they all know the standards. They all
Yes.
can run it.
exactly.
Yeah, you play down there
That's
enough.
awesome.
You can learn
it's
that.
awesome. So you're killing it
yeah.
on Broadway. But
Thank
what
you.
about you? What are you excited about right
yeah,
now?
Taylor,
Yeah,
and
tell us all
what's
the
happening?
things.
Tell us about what's going
What's
on.
going on?
Life is so good. So I'm excited because on Sunday, my husband's going to kill me. Sorry, Alan, if you're listening. But on Sunday, I get to go look at
Sunday.
Sunday. Do you have a button for that? I don't know.
I don't know what button you want to press.
Sunday.
Sunday.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
I think that's my favorite one.
That's a good one.
All right, that's our Sunday sound. Official Sunday sound.
I think I did well there. I think I did well.
My biggest news really is that I've been coming back to Nashville for, I don't know, it started really back in 2020, didn't I? When we started doing, I was like, I'm
Somewhere
bored.
around
I
there,
want to
yeah.
make a record. So I did all these songs, which I've not even released yet. It's crazy. I know there's a method to my madness. I'm just not sure what it is yet. But since I've been coming back and forth since 2020, I've decided that I really want to be here now for good. And so on Sunday, I'm looking for houses.
Oh my gosh! Congratulations!
That is so exciting. I didn't
That's
know
so
it was
exciting.
permanent. I thought it was to just have a place to stay while you're
No.
permanent.
Wow.
Oh my
So
gosh, that's
your-
so
and
exciting.
Your
That's huge.
Your husband's on board
Thank
with
you.
this? Alan,
He loves
Alan's
it.
on
Alan
board?
Sanderson,
And
yes.
he's a producer, right?
Yeah.
He
yeah.
is he's a Grammy award-winning engineer.
Wow.
Wow.
So I was very
Okay.
blessed to meet him, and it's
Clap for Alan. That's amazing.
There you go, Alan.
That's
There you
amazing.
Go Bug. His nickname's Bug. So he's a sweetheart. Hey, if you guys are around, he's coming in town tomorrow.
I'm looking forward to meeting
Oh,
him.
you need to meet him.
You
That's
need to
right.
tell them
forward to
about the
meeting
cool
you.
studio you guys have.
Yeah, seriously.
Thanks, Johnny. I get distracted, a little ADD. So, so we have an amazing studio in San Diego, but we've had it for 12 years now. It's beautiful. It was built in the 70s. So it's like really the walls are built like studio built walls. Like we have a wall and then you have some in between and you get another wall. And it's beautiful. It's very niche. What did you say?
Niche.
Boutique-y, niche. Yeah.
All the above. Yeah,
Oh,
it works.
2 blocks from the beach.
2 blocks from the beach and
right.
Oscar's Tacos right down the street.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. and it's amazing. I love it, and it's super fun. We get a lot of great talent in there. We really do. We get people coming from LA. We get like all sorts of crazy stuff. But anyways, he's ready. He used to work at Ocean Way back in
he did.
LA.
Oh,
So
wow.
cool.
Did you meet him here or there?
I met him in San Diego. He was
Wow.
literally the second person I met in town.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
They met in a session and fell in love.
We did. We met at a recording session.
Nice. That's so
How
cute.
cool.
It
How
was
nice.
ridiculous. Somebody
nice.
asked me to sing BGVs for a project, and I walked in, and he's got this accent. It's this cute little. He's gonna be so gushy. He's gonna be like, "Why'd you sell?" He's got this cute little English accent because he's from over in the UK somewhere, and.
I love English accents.
And I was like, he started talking. I was like, oh my God, that's my guy. And it took us 7 years to like make it official, but we dated 7 years and then we got married and Johnny didn't come to my wedding. I was really
Wow,
bummed.
Johnny.
Oh, come on.
She's not salty
think
about that at all.
He might have
I'm
been.
not at all salty about that.
He might
Johnny, what was more important?
Well, he might have. I was going to say that Trisha thing was probably
Was that what it
taking up
was?
his-
I was actually recovering from a surgery.
was.
Okay.
I gotta
we
give
That's
will-
a good
we will
excuse.
allow
That's a good
that.
excuse.
We will allow that.
Because we got married in Natchez, Mississippi, which is weird. I know because we live in San Diego, but we're like, let's bring part of the family from Nashville because I have so many friends here, so much beautiful community from when I lived here. Anyway, long story. So, Alan, yes, back to Alan. He is amazing, and we're gonna just make it work here. We're gonna take our studio and bring it here
Great.
and
so
Wonderful.
cool.
see what happens with it. We don't know.
What's
Exciting.
What's the studio called?
It's called Pacific Beat Recording.
What's it going to be called now?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe
Yeah, maybe.
Nashville Shores.
Tennessee Beach. I don't know.
You're making me depressed.
I mean, maybe we could have a podcast to discuss the name and ask the viewers.
Hey, that's a good idea.
That's a good
I think we should
idea.
put a poll up and
Yes.
the viewers should decide what your
Yes.
studio is named.
Yes.
That's a great idea.
I love that idea. But yeah, so I get to record. It's amazing. I get to record all the time.
That's
and
awesome.
I'm sitting on all this beautiful music. Sorry. I'm sitting on all this beautiful music. And I haven't released any of it yet. And I don't know why. I think I'm waiting for just getting my stuff together, like my branding and my all the things that you got to do to be an independent artist. And
Yeah.
I was waiting to meet people like Scott so I could write some very cool tunes. And yeah.
Too kind.
And
Too kind.
There's
Johnny
no
and I've
aw
written-
sound effect, but we'll just do the real thing.
And I mean, Johnny, he's always been my mentor and one of my very best friends. And so we write some good stuff too. And I'm excited to see what happens with it all.
That's great.
That's
Great.
phenomenal.
It's great.
Exciting.
I feel like an old newbie.
It'll be good
Yes.
to have. Well, welcome back. It'll be good to
Thank
have you
you.
back.
Yeah.
And
Thanks,
can't wait to meet
Awesome.
Ellen.
Awesome.
Oh,
for
you
sure.
get to meet him for sure. I think
Phenomenal.
I know.
Well, that's great.
Well,
Good
so
vibes.
cool.
There's been such
Yeah.
good
Awesome.
vibes on this couch tonight. It's been
Oh,
great. We've got some
fun.
great stories.
So
Sounds
fun.
I got
Yeah.
I got one more thing though. I think you need to have a vow renewal so that Johnny can come.
I love
Oh,
that.
that's a good
Jericho.
I
idea.
think that needs to
So
happen. You need to have a
cute.
Nashville
Absolutely.
wedding.
Oh my
now.
gosh.
We all can come.
We can all
can
come.
all
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
And
You heard it,
yeah,
people.
Then
We're
there
going to
won't
put
be
them on the
beef
spot.
anymore. You know,
You heard it out there.
therapists in this
Alan, it's
podcast
not
right
my
now.
fault. It's not my fault. It's not my fault.
No more guilt trips.
I'll be your best man, dude.
I got you, Johnny. I got you.
Love that. When they work together, can I just say one more thing?
Yeah.
When these two guys, when Alan and Johnny get in a studio together, it literally blows my mind. I'm sitting there and I might be singing a song or I might be just watching them. But when I'm watching them work together, I'm like this. And I literally sometimes I get tears and sometimes because
Wow.
it's beautiful how
He's
they
the
work.
best engineer I've ever been around.
Awesome.
Wow.
Awesome.
Wow.
Incredible.
He's pretty amazing.
He's a freak, man.
And do you live here, Johnny, or
Yes.
do you live there? So you fly out there to record.
Yeah, I'm cutting some records over there at their studio as well.
Very cool.
It's amazing.
Very cool.
So fun. You guys should come.
I was going to say,
Come
well,
out before we get here. Come out.
That sounds amazing.
let us know.
That does sound
if,
amazing.
Threaten me
if
with a good
not,
time.
we'll just come and invade the studio when you set it up.
I mean,
Yes,
that's
we're gonna get out
happening
there.
either way.
Yeah.
I love that so
Seriously,
much.
just whenever.
I love that so much. You guys are so fun. I don't want
This is a really fun group.
Well, I can't think of any better way to cap off what an amazing conversation we've had
That's
than to
right.
hear your
some
voices,
sounds.
to
Yes.
hear some songs, and to hear some guitar.
Yeah,
and
after all that build up, yeah.
play a little music. How y'all feel about that?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Ariana, can I put you on the spot? Can you start?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'd
All right,
love
let's
to.
do this.
Sweet.
All right, so let's we're gonna shift gears just a little bit. Jericho and
Well,
Scott will
This
keep
is the part where we
keep it
banter.
rolling here.
We
and,
banter.
Things get set up.
We make things up so that we can cover the space.
and I'll get
That
everything
parking,
else
though.
set up here.
We
no.
can talk about that for hours.
See, it's funny because I like to give secrets away just because that I learned from the industry, but to help people. But when it comes to parking, there's no way I'm going to give that up. Because I mean, there's
No parking.
No, because it's very precious real estate down there downtown, and so there's just no way I'm going to do it. So, but for those of you who have never seen our podcast, what we do is we did a little transition. They set up so they can play live for you all out there in the world. And so Ariana's going to go first, obviously. So
Sorry.
so that's why I see John walking around. I got to move my
Getting it all
stuff.
set up here,
Move
so
my stuff.
you'll be
a
able
little
to
bit here.
hear clearly.
I think
Yes.
I lost power.
You lost power? Yep.
Yeah, he turned you
Yeah.
off. He turned you off. Yep. You're
I
good.
would turn
You're good.
me off too.
Sorry, Talon. Sorry about that, Talon. But
It's okay.
yes.
It's all right.
your microphones, either one of yours. Thank you so much.
Oh, you want me to switch with you?
I think he wants me
I
to.
would
Might
love.
be easier
Okay.
if you
Yeah.
don't
So
mind.
they'll do the transition over. But
Okay.
while we're watching, so what's going on, Jericho? What's new in your world? What's
What
happening
is
with
new?
your life? You are busy. You're a busy
I'm so busy.
bee.
We were talking about J4's showcase, July 11th. That'll
Yes.
be fun.
With this super secret whatever's coming up.
With whatever's happening that day.
Sorry, I forgot.
No, it's okay. You'll as soon as we get off this, and I tell you, you're
Yeah.
like, oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's the thing.
That's how I am. You know how it is.
Yes, but I don't know. I've been in all kinds of crazy, amazing studios lately.
Yep.
It's been actually wild. We're recording a demo at Starstruck Reba's old studio at
That's
the end of the month.
Talk to you, but I can't.
When you say we, I'm part of that.
You wrote the damn song, Scott.
Oh.
Don't you? You confirmed.
Whoops.
You're coming.
I guess I want to see Starstruck. We talked about
you're
that.
You're going to be
remember
there.
That's phenomenal.
You're coming.
I've heard about it for years. That's,
It's the most beautiful studio I've ever been in.
Reba's
I thought you
place,
couldn't be
originally.
Blackbird, but holy moly, this thing
Really?
is fancy.
so
yeah,
Johnny
fancy,
gave a
fancy.
he gave the definitely.
Oh,
so
it's beautiful.
It's a great place.
Like I'm
Yeah.
from Franklin. If you aren't familiar, Franklin is there's a lot of money in Franklin,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't know if I belong here. Like it's
Wow.
that fancy. I was like, this is so fancy. It's
Who's
so
the main
cool.
engineer and all that right now? You good? Okay.
I don't know. We're going to be working with Paul Bowen. Shout out to Paul Bowen.
He's great.
My producer, and he's
He's great.
phenomenal, and I love him so much. He is wonderfully talented,
Awesome.
and so that's who we're going to be working with. Yeah, it's
Can't
gonna
wait.
Be fun.
So are we ready there, John?
About ready.
Okay.
All right.
Ariana Pappas, what do you got for us?
I've got a song that I released as my second single last year. It's a fun summer love song I wrote with my friend Megan Irby, and actually we wrote it over Zoom during the pandemic. I can't say that I miss having to write over Zoom so often, but I think that something good came out of it for sure. So this is called Every Mile. You grew up on the wrong side of town. My daddy doesn't like you coming around, but you make my heart beat faster than the speed of sound. Somehow I knew you turned me wild. Your flare was fuel to my desire, and then I found a freedom in your wicked fire. So what do you say we could just get away, hit the road and make a great escape? Let logic rush right out the window, babe. Go with freestyle, make our time worthwhile. Don't need a thing if I've got your smile. Promise you, boy, I'll love you every mile. At midnight night the clock strikes troubled time. We blow through every coastal sign. With you I'll stay 16 for all my life. And they all say we've lost our heads, but even ourselves to the edge. Hop the fence, no regrets, live the life we've dreamt. So what do you say we could just get away, hit the road and make our great escape? Let logic rush right out the window, babe. Go with freestyle, make our time worthwhile. Don't need a thing if I've got your smile. Promise you, boy, I'll love you every mile. You're the crazy to my play it safe. Won't you be my best mistake? Let's chase our fate. You're the rustic to my silver shine. Won't you be my best surprise? Let's jump in blind. So what do you say we could just get away, hit the road and make a great escape? Let logic rush right out the window, babe. Go with freestyle, make our time worthwhile. I see forever in your fearless smile. Promise me, boy, you'll love me every man. You'll love me every man. With you, I don't count the miles. Thank you. Thank you.
That was so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, we're gonna do another little Ariana Pappas, everybody.
Yeah,
Out
great
there.
job.
Awesome. Woo, thank you. Next we have Taylor and Johnny.
That's a great hook. I love that.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Doing a little more transition
Little shuffle here.
Gonna sit back and let them get ready a little bit, get out of the way.
John.
Uh-oh, I think I'm caught here, lovey.
Yeah, don't mind the wires. As we discussed earlier, we are high tech here.
All right, we're good. We're good.
Really high tech.
I give you that.
Oh, you're good. Sorry.
Hi.
We tune because we care.
Oh yeah. Johnny's got that cool tuner on his guitar. It's very cool. You can't see it on the camera, but it's cool. It's a cool tuner. That's for people that like tuners.
Those things are too smart for me. I can't. I don't know. They don't make sense to me.
I've got a very simple little
I don't
one.
understand.
Well, I typically use my phone because my
I use my phone too.
better than some of the tuners out there.
Yeah, I like the snarks, but they break like in 2 months. I don't know why.
Now Martin did an awesome thing with their new line of guitars. They have built in this tuner. You look in, so you can actually look down. You can't. Nobody else can see it. You just hit a little button. It's hidden in there, but you tune, and it mutes the guitar while you're tuning it up.
What?
Yeah,
That's
it's
so
amazing.
fancy. That's a standard thing with Martins?
Now it is.
I
yeah.
did not know that.
Brand new.
My guitar is a Boulder Creek, and it has a tuner in it, but it's so slow.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. My phone is so much faster.
This one's really fast.
Hmm.
It's
I
great
think
to
we're
have.
ready to go here, guys.
Check it
Okay,
out, check.
ready to go.
All right.
Sweet.
Set it up for
All right,
us.
Taylor and Ray.
Okay.
And Johnny Garcia.
So this song I wrote, this is a kind of a new one, so you'll have to forgive me about cheat. But this is kind of a new one. I wrote this with Mr. Garcia and a lovely, cutest writer. I love her so much, by the name of Jody Good. And this song is called Lip Locked and Loaded. Heard your boots on the sawdust floor like every other time before. Didn't know you'd be coming through that door, not me, little old me. Trying damn hard not to look your way. Got a covert smile written on my face, like I ain't gonna end up at your place. Not me, little old me. We could make this a thing if we wanted to, but baby, I prefer you. Lip locked and loaded, 2 sheets to the wind. Our bodies talking, sweating whiskey in your bed. I know I'm guilty. I put the sin in ourselves, and I ain't gonna quit. Baby, we're lip locked and loaded. But you had a piece of this small town. There's enough for you to go around. You belong to me right now, just me, little old me. We could make this a show if we wanted to, but baby, I prefer you. Lip locked and loaded, 2 sheets to the wind. Our bodies talking, sweating whiskey in your bed. I know I'm guilty. I put the sin in ourselves, and I ain't gonna quit. Baby, we're lip locked and loaded. Yeah. We could make this a thing if we wanted to, but baby, I prefer you. Lip locked and loaded, 2 sheets to the wind. Our bodies talking, sweating whiskey in your bed. I know I'm guilty. I put the sin in ourselves, and I ain't gonna quit. No, I ain't gonna quit, baby. We're lip locked and loaded. Lip locked and loaded.
That was fun. Thanks.
Woohoo!
Ah, that was great. What a great way to close things out here. And we can even put Scott's microphone back on.
Thank y'all so much for being on.
Yes,
Thank y'all so much.
Oh, woo.
Adriana Pappas.
Share this one.
Thank you so
Johnny
much for
Garcia.
having me
Yep.
on.
Taylor
Made some
Gray.
new friends
Everybody.
today. It was
Thank
a
you,
great
everybody.
night.
Hey, and
Thank you
we'll
all
be
so
back
much.
again in, I think, 2 weeks.
About that.
At about 2 weeks.
3, yeah.
2 or 3 weeks. In 2 or 3 weeks, we'll be back for episode 19
yes.
of the Music City Writers Room. I'm John Jameson. This is Scott Barrier. That's Jericho. We'll see you next time. Everybody have a fantastic weekend. Catch you later.
Have a
Thank you
good
guys
night.
for
Rock out.
listening.
Thanks for tuning in. Bye, everybody.